If I were to go back in time to my 20-year-old self and show her what exactly I need to do in order to be accomplishing my goals, staying consistent, staying disciplined, and staying just on track with achieving my goals just in general, this is what I would do. And this is what I would tell her. So I'm going to give you guys the breakdown of just some things that you can start doing today, so that 10 years from now you didn't waste your time, you didn't waste all this back and forth between like being consistent, being not consistent, going into being consistent, being not consistent, showing up for yourself and then stopping and then starting all over. So the point is to just not have to start all over again, right? To just go straight, start your journey and then just go straight to it, straight to work and straight to achieving your goals. So this is what I would do. If you guys are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And please go join my Facebook group called The Committed Collective, where it is an accountability group for all things goal setting. And I love to talk to you guys and just have more of a conversation with you, because we can have conversations in the comments, but having a Facebook group dedicated to goal setting is just the more the merrier, because you really get to I really get to dive in more into helping you guys, giving you guys prompts to really showcase and keep you guys accountable. Essentially, I'm keeping myself accountable, keeping you guys accountable for your goals. So if you need just like that extra support, then go join the group. It's down below, again called The Committed Collective, so the link will be down below. And also please don't forget to check out my channel my website, www.geraldisilva.com, where I have my first ebook called The Committed Collective Workbook. It's a guide on goal setting and all things having achievements and stuff like that. So if you guys, it's only $5, and I think it's a really useful tool for helping you create systems for yourself and really go out there and achieve your goals. So if you guys are interested, all of that will be linked down below. Alrighty, so here are the things that if I were to start all over today and excel from day one and become more disciplined in my goals in the next 6 months, this is what I would do. Number one, a schedule and routine is absolutely necessary. So one thing about commitment and consistency is that you need to have predictability, because you cannot be consistent with something when you don't even know what's coming up, when you don't have something set in stone where it's like, okay, I know at this time I need to brush my teeth, this time I need to clock into work, this time I need to brush my hair, this time I need to leave and be on my way, if not I'm gonna be late. Like, you need to have some sort of predictability in order to become consistent. And having commitment too is being able to show up every single time. That's what consistency and commitment is. Commitment is showing up for yourself and having and keeping your promise. So if I put you the example of work, right? Work, there is a schedule, there is a routine. There's a routine before work, and then there's possibly a routine after work. Before work, you know you have to get up at a certain time, because if you don't, you're gonna be running late. You know you have to get in your car at a certain time and start driving, if not you're going to be late. You know you have to clock in at a certain time, if not you'll get in trouble from work. So there's a routine, predictability of, you know what time you need to wake up, you know what time you need to start driving, and you know at what time you need to clock in. That's how we need to focus our goals on. We need to focus on our goals the same way that we clock in for work, for regular work, to get paid, because ultimately this is still work. You clocking in for your goals is work. So you need to create a schedule. Where in your schedule do you have the time to clock in for your goals, for yourself? Because you're working for somebody else during the day, during those hours, and then after work or before work, when are you clocking in to work for yourself, right? This is where everyone's like, work for yourself. This is what I mean. Work for yourself. Where are you clocking in for yourself? And you need to have routine and predictability and a system in place so that you know at what time you need to wake up. You know at what time you need to clock in. You know at what time you need to start getting your head in the game to achieving your goals. At what time are you doing this? and have this set in stone and do this every single week. So for me, one thing that I missed out on a lot when I began my YouTube journey, if you guys don't know and are new to this channel, my goal for this channel is that I really want to become monetized. Once I become monetized, you know, my goals will change, but as of right now, my number one goal is to become monetized on YouTube. So I used to have an old YouTube channel where it was 10 years old. I had 2,000 subscribers, and I was very extremely inconsistent with it. So inconsistent that 10 years ago to up until a couple months ago, I was not even making the same type of content. So I've pivoted that channel. I've been, like I said, been so inconsistent, never committed to it, and I lost out on 10 years on actually making a lot of progress. I've made more progress now than I ever did. I made more progress now in the 3 months that I've had this channel than I did in 10 years with that last channel, only because of this one thing. I created a schedule. I created a schedule for myself where I knew when I was uploading, when I was filming, when I was scripting, and when I was editing and getting all this done. I didn't have that before. Before, I would just think, oh, I have free time today, I'm gonna film, and then I'd film, and then the week would pass by, the months would pass by, and again I wouldn't have a schedule set for me to film again and upload again. So I didn't have a set schedule. I didn't have a set schedule. I didn't have a system in place, where a routine in place where I knew when I was uploading, and I knew when I was scripting, and I knew when I was filming. So now I've created such a routine with myself that I know when I'm uploading, I know when I'm editing, I know when I'm uploading, and it doesn't take too much of a brain power to be able to do that. Just the same way that I'm clocking in for work, it's the same way that I'm clocking in for my YouTube channel right now. I am on my hour break for work, and I knew I was filming today, so I scripted my video, I'm filming, and then tonight I will be uploading, because tomorrow is an uploading day. I upload every other day. So I have a routine in place where I know I have to film, I know when I have to upload, so that I can still show up and still have commitment, and I still have consistency in place. So to show up consistently for your goals, you have to create predictability. Because if you think about work, you don't create plans during the day when you know you have to work. Because imagine if you didn't know what time you were clocking in. Your schedule would be so messed up. Because imagine if you were to find out last minute, oh yeah, you have to clock in, but you made brunch plans. Most likely you either call off because you already made plans, or just not show up because you made plans. And so it's easier to know when you have to clock in, because then you'll know, oh yeah, I'm not able to do this right now because I have to go to work. I can schedule this when I have more free time. You have to do the same for your goals, because the thing with consistency is that, let's say out of the blue you think to yourself, oh yeah, I'm gonna script today, or I'm gonna film today, or whatever your goal is, right? You're gonna go to the gym, and then plans come up. You can tell yourself, like, hey, I've already scheduled this gym session. I can schedule my plans. I can schedule the other plans that my friends want to do on a different day, on a later hour, on an earlier hour, on an hour that's not centered during your time for yourself, not during the time that you're working for yourself. So that is what consistency does. You have to schedule in your time and make sure that you're not creating plans during that time that you are working on your goals, because then you're not going to achieve them. And this is the problem that I had for myself, is that I would randomly just, whenever I had the time to film, that's when I film. And so my uploading schedule was so inconsistent. Now I consistently schedule time to film so that I can upload on a consistent schedule. Because if I'm not doing a consistent schedule, then I'm not being consistent with myself. I'm not going to reach my goals, and I'm not making any progress. So the second thing that if I were to do to excel from day one is that the one thing that I found out now, so the second thing is that I found out that we're not doing enough research. We're not doing enough research for the goals that we want. Because today I am centering my days around learning and gaining more knowledge about the things that I want to achieve. I want to achieve becoming monetized. So I've watched countless of videos on how to get more viewers, on how to get better thumbnails, how to get better titles. I'm doing all of this research and I'm still learning. Like, I've only been doing this for 3 months, but and I'm still learning and I'm still trying to achieve that goal. I'm getting pretty close to getting to where I want, but I'm still so far out and I want to get there faster, obviously. So I'm figuring out different ways on how to do it. But before, I would just aimlessly just be like, okay, I'm gonna film today and I'm just gonna see what sticks to the wall. No, now I'm doing more research. Now I'm figuring out a strategy. Now I'm figuring out what I can do to change to change my outcome. So you aren't doing enough research. If you haven't been disciplined or consistent up to this point, it's probably because you don't know what you're doing. You're probably just trying different things here and there because you've heard from the grapevine, but you're not actually diving yourself into the world of what is the life that you want to truly live. Because like I said, now I'm watching videos about YouTube, the YouTube algorithm, and how to make things better. And the same thing that I'm doing with my other goal. My other goal is that I really want to lose 20 pounds by December. And so now I'm watching videos about calorie deficits and how to work out better to get the body that I want. I'm doing all sorts of research to figure out how to get what I want. Because if I were just to try it on my own, I'd eventually get there, but it's gonna take me twice, maybe 3 times as long if I would just revolve my world around finding research and finding out how to actually achieve something. Because the thing is that when you don't know how to do something, it's so much more harder to actually even get started. You'll chicken out, you'll be like, I don't know how to do this, so I'm just gonna avoid it. And so when you actually prepare yourself to start the journey, then you become not so scared to actually even start, because you have all this knowledge that you're like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do in the gym, so therefore I'm not going to waste my time searching on the internet trying to find a program that's going to get me where I want to be. I'm not going to be wasting my time doing all these workouts that actually aren't doing anything. Like, you become more prepared and you're like, okay, once it's time, once you have your schedule set so that you can start your goal, you can do it, and you wouldn't have any problems actually getting to where you want to be, because again, you've prepared, you've researched. So that's the difference between me now and the me back then, is that I wasn't doing the research. I wasn't revolving my world around learning and gaining knowledge and figuring out ways to actually get to where I want to be. So I encourage you to watch a couple of videos on the goals that you want, whether it's learning how to diet, losing weight, writing a book, getting a house. I encourage you to watch a couple videos and see what you can learn, see what you can find out, see what things you can do differently in your day-to-day life that could actually make a huge difference, a huge impact onto you actually getting the thing that you want. Because that's the difference. Again, that's the difference that made for myself, is that I didn't know that was possible, because I wasn't revolving my world around actually achieving the goal. I was just aimlessly throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. So the third thing about discipline, is that discipline comes at a price. And boy, oh boy, did I learn this now. So one thing I learned is that discipline becomes so much more of just a sacrifice. That's essentially what discipline is. It's just all about sacrificing your time, sacrificing your sleep, sacrificing plans, sacrificing events. It all takes a lot of sacrifice for bigger gains. Because right now, I told you, I have an hour break. I'm so tired. Last night was July 4th, whenever you're watching this. Last night was July 4th, and I didn't fall asleep until 10 o'clock, got up at like 5:30 this morning, and I'm so tired. I'm literally sweating in my car. I haven't ate lunch yet, and I want to so badly, but I'm waiting until I finish this video to have lunch. But because I'm so much more disciplined now, and I've understand what discipline takes, that I'm able to actually sit down and basically delay all this gratification just so I can get this video done. And so if I were to excel for one day, I would tell myself that. I'd tell myself, Geraldine, discipline comes at a price. And if you really, really want what you want, then you're gonna do everything possible to sacrifice to get to where you want to be. So here I am, basically proving to you guys that what I'm talking about is true, and what I've learned is true. I'm more committed than I ever been in my entire life. I'm more committed than I've ever been 10 years ago. And if I were to able to start over and I'd be able to excel from day one, it'd be that. It'd be discipline comes at a price. You need to sacrifice some time, something out of your life in order to achieve what you want. And not a lot of people want to do that. Not only people want to give up their phones, their breaks, their mornings, their nights to actually get what they want. And so that's the difference between a disciplined person and a not disciplined person, from a determined person from a non-determined person. And so teaching you guys what determination is, coming to you guys from the person that I was 10 years ago to the person that I am today, like, if all I knew this is what it took, I would have been so much more farther. And so I'm telling you guys right now, if you want to get to where you want to be, understand that discipline comes at a price, but the price and the reward is greater than any little thing that you want in the moment. Because you know how sweet it will be knowing that I can have an extra paycheck to pay for my bills through this whole YouTube thing? Do you know how much sweeter it'll be to know that I've become a full-time content creator and I have a business and it's generating more money than the career that I'm in? I want that more than anything in this world. So delaying my lunch for at least 20-30 minutes to be able to film this video so I can have that in the future, I'm gonna do it. Just imagine, all you had to do was sacrifice 20 to 30 minutes every single day, and in 3 years time, in 1 year's time, you're gonna have everything you've ever wanted. Would you do it? Would you do it? I'm doing it. I'm sacrificing 20-30 minutes right now so that in a year from now I'd be so much more farther than I was 10 years ago, because I want it so badly. And I understand this now, that discipline is sacrifice, and it's also just a mental game with yourself too. It's such a mental game of doing little things every single day. Literally, if you don't know how to become disciplined, this is what you do. It's the little things. For example, when I'm washing the dishes, right, and I'm in the middle of the washing dishes, and I'm at some point I get so tired, I'm like halfway there, I'm like, oh, I think I'm just gonna leave this for later. I think to myself, Geraldine, you're already here washing the dishes. You already took the time to get up from the couch and wash the dishes. Just finish them. Just finish washing the dishes, because then you won't have to get up again later. Then the reward will be having a clean sink. Why would you not want that for yourself? When I'm in the middle of like, I just don't want to finish this, I genuinely tell myself, Geraldine, I give myself the cons of like, you're gonna have to get up again. You're gonna have to take twice as much energy to have to stop and go again. You're gonna have to deal with the fact that your kitchen's not clean just yet because you decided not to finish. And so then it becomes like, okay, you know what, you're right, maybe I should just go ahead and finish. Like, I'm already here, might as well just finish it, right? And so that's what I tell myself. And once I'm done, the reward is so sweet, because I'm like, wow, I don't have to clean the dishes again later. I mean, obviously I'll have to clean the dishes again when there's dirty dishes, but I'm like, wow, I don't have to do this again. Wow, I don't have to worry about this later. Wow, like, my kitchen's clean now. And the reward is so much sweeter. And so you start doing those like little takes, those little discipline moments. That's how you start training yourself. And that is how I started training myself right now to be able to do this. So the last thing, you guys, the last thing that I learned is that you don't need an elaborate plan. When I tell you guys, I've spent so much time trying to find the perfect plan, being the most aesthetic, and having multiple steps, and doing like all of this elaborate things, buying new planners, journals, whatever the case, to think that I need to take a week, a month trying to figure out how to strategize myself so that I can hit my goals. Oh my god, if I were to go back in time and tell myself, all I would tell myself, you know what I would tell myself? I'd say all you need is one actionable step you need to take every single day to achieve what you want. You don't need this 5-step thing. You don't need to break your tasks smaller or anything. All you need is just one singular task to achieve what you want. And so for me, my one singular task to be able to achieve my goals is and then it's what I'm doing right now, is just filming. All I need to do to become a full-time content creator or to become monetized is that all I need to do is just film and upload. That's literally it. I don't need multiple steps of like, I need to figure out my memory card, I don't need to figure out how to edit better. I don't need to do all of this stuff, because the practice of getting better will come at a time. All you need is just one step, one actionable step that's going to create the most momentum to be able to achieve your goal. So if you're trying to pay off debt, what's that one actionable step that you could take every single day to be able to pay off debt? Maybe it's sticking to your budget. Maybe it's not going out to eat every single day and taking lunch instead. Maybe that's what your one actionable step is. Take lunch every single day, and then you won't be spending money. You'll be saving a lot more. You'll be able to put more into your debt. What's another one actionable step? Let's say you're trying to buy a home. What's the one actionable step that you could take every single day that's going to save you money so that you can have more of a down payment? Maybe it's, oh, I should probably do DoorDash, or maybe I should do Instacart to make extra money, and I could do this maybe for 2 hours after work so that I can achieve my goal. What's that one actionable step that's going to get you there faster? Again, for me, it's filming. All I have to do is just film every other day, and then the days that I'm not filming, making sure that I'm scripting so that I can film and have those ready to go. I'm making one actionable step every single day that's going to create momentum to get me to where I want to be. You don't need an elaborate plan. You don't need to spend weeks and months trying to figure out how you can create the best strategy and what exactly you need to do. Like, just one step. I promise you that's all you need. Just one actionable step. And that's going to take you a lot more farther. One actionable step that you can commit, that you can do consistently every single day, and have that in place in a routine. Alrighty guys, so if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Charlie Silva. I'm gonna go have lunch now. I will catch you guys again later. Bye.